querying, what is it happening in the backend? It is bringing the records which are in my which are already imported into my Power BI workspace. Okay, fine, you got it.
Right, right. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but then like you, if you want to see what is happening in the backend, let's see here. You will be able to see. Go to start recording. Okay.
So this is direct query, right?
Yeah, no, this is import. I'm telling you first about
Okay,
import, that how import works.
okay. So importing from the database.
Hmm.
That's okay.
Okay. So let's check what this recording has done. Yeah. So it will show you there is a DAX query, there is a visual display. Let's see what it has done. We just go to here. Um, Go to the text box. Just close it. Paste here. So see this, what it has done. It has created a variable which we have already discussed. It has created a variable and a summarized column. It has summarized the category of car dimension category, which is coming from the car dimension table, and created a grand row total. It is again created a all count, so that all count the measure was. Then it has created top n function using the top n function. So in the backend it is, and also it is ordered by, order in the descending order. So in the backend these many things are happening, right?
Yes.
That's why you are able to get this table. Similarly, when, because Power BI is a self-service tool and you don't have to be very technical, but at least what happens uh, beyond the one that we are working on the visual, we can see that if we want to. So that's what it was happening. It was summarizing the table, bringing all count, that was happening, and it was happening on the data which we have already imported into Power BI. Okay.
Yes.
What
Okay.
happens in direct query, every time you bring one table, like bring one visual into your here, like I just told you, every time you bring any I'm not able to see this. Okay, no, I'm not showing you this. Let me tell you it here. I will show you this. Hmm. So here what you are doing, just take one time. Okay. So we are just bringing one table which is already imported into my Power BI database, a Power BI file. So this is import query. Whenever I'm doing a direct query, every time I'm bringing one field into my visual, I'm querying directly into the database, not to
Right.
the file which is there. So that's why every time you do any query, like you do a sum, you bring just table, you, so every time it will follow all those things. Like I just showed you, you bought a car table, car column, and you then brought the count of those. So what happened? It did it in the back end. It calculated a summarize function, and it brought you all the car values, car names, and the count of all those car names. So similarly, this function will then happen on your database. The Power BI will directly connect to the database and bring those values. So this is direct connection. Okay, what is live connection?
Right.
So live connection means when you are using already modeled data, see, not the one that you are going to query, already modeled data, something like SS tabular, or any data set which is already modeled. So that is, then you are using a live connection, because that model is already published somewhere. So like I show you here, Um, okay. So when I go here,
This is live connection, right?
no, this is not live connection. I'm just showing you. I'm trying to show you that. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. मम्मी हम ट्यूशन पढ़ा रहे हैं. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you that here it is a model. Okay. When this model is published on the Power BI workspace, it is it is a it is a data model which is published on the Power BI workspace, and then I can use it in a multiple ways. So when I'm connecting that Power BI workspace directly onto my, just give me a minute, my son, Manu, यहाँ पे क्लास नहीं करो बेटा प्लीज. So when I am using this data set which is already published somewhere, which is already perfectly joined, the all measures are created perfectly. In that case, it is a live connection, because then you are not going to write that select this table, do summarize, do group by. No, it is already done. You are just
Right,
creating
right.
visualization over there. So that is called this function. Okay, let's see there. Um, we will then go to, so I'll show you one direct connection and one live connection. Let's close this. Okay. Connect. Okay. So first I'm going to show you direct connection. I'll select here direct query. So I'll just use one table to show you. So this is my table, which has these many uh, columns: calendar date ID, um, these date, month, date, week. So these are there. So let's see here what is the shape and how much space it takes in our. So we have done this connection. This is a direct query. Now when I'm trying to do an import thing over here, I will first bring the calendar. Now see, it is moving round and round. Can you see that?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, let's take another. So what it is happening, since it is a small table, it's okay, but every time it is querying to my database. Okay,
Right.
every time it
Yes.
is querying to my database. Second difference is that you won't be seeing any data layer over here. Are you able to see that? No. You can just
Okay.
see a transformation layer over here. But you cannot see a data layer over here, because you cannot filter anything. You cannot do anything there. You cannot see what is the data inside your inside, like we used to see in our import mode. See here, we were able to see what is the table, right? But in
Yes,
direct
yes.
query, you won't be able to see this. So this is the difference. Secondly, direct query, in direct query, you will always be querying your server directly. So it's the it is only used when you are when you have a huge file, but data set is quite clean, and you don't, and you know what are the specific thing you want to pick up, then you should use direct query. Mostly in business, we use import query because we don't get the table the way we want. We have to do heavy transformation. In that case, we won't be able to do this those transformation here. We won't be able to see the data lying inside. We won't be able to verify it, what the data we are inside it. So those things we cannot do in direct query. That's why we prefer doing that import mode. The third is the live connection. Okay, so let's try live connection. Live connection, as I said, it is already when there is already a model data onto some workspace or on your SQL or in your SS tabular model something. So when you are using that, uh, that is called live connection, because then on top of that you do not need to design any modeling thing. So in live connection in Power BI, there is a Power BI platform, Power Platform, where you can use your Power BI data set. Okay, so live connection is that. Secondly, you can use a power. Uh, you can use SS tabular model as well. So you see here, first of all, from one report you can create multiple reports. So that is a live connection. How it is possible? I'll just show you. Suppose I have one report which I have published on Workspace, that I'll show you. Uh, mm, okay. So this is one report that I have created. Okay. Underneath that report, I'll show you. Underneath that report, there is a data model as well. Do you see that? This is a data set. Can you see this?
Yeah.
This is a
Yes.
data set. Now, using this data set, I can create multiple reports. Okay? So let's see how do I do this. So I'll go to my get data. What it says? Power BI data sets. Or there are things. Are you typing something?
Yeah, I'm writing an email
Okay, okay.
at the same time. I forgot to reply to my boss. I'm just writing him.
Okay, okay. So this is Power BI dataset you can use. You can use Power BI data flows. You can use MicroStrategy for Power BI. So there are multiple things you can use on Power Platform. Okay. So
Yes.
what I'll use Power BI dataset. The dataset I just showed you here. This dataset. Okay. So I'll type in this one. This one. I'll use this one. Okay. Now you see, I do not have anything to see here. I can just see that it is already modeled. Right.
Right, right.
This data set is already modeled. I cannot change this model because this is already created model. Secondly, you will be able to see. Secondly, you will be able to see the color, the change in color. Okay, change in color means like when you were using just import query, so see what was the color? It was no color, right? When we are
Right.
using direct query, it was in dark purple color, and now we are using this query. So here I can see it's in light blue color. So the color of the headers of these table will show you that what type of query it is. It is again a symbol over here. You will see just head. See, it is showing you. It is connecting to that data sources SQL Server Analysis Services SSAS. Okay,
Yes, Deepa.
you are connecting to a the data source type is SQL Server Analysis Services. The
Mm-hmm.
database is what database I have used. The server name I have used the server name, which is Power BI Investment Trust India.
Right.
So this is, and the table name is entity table. So this is you. We can also switch it on. Let's see that. So whenever you are using multiple tables from different spaces, when you are using multiple tables from different databases, you can also switch it on to see that uh, how many tables you are using from which places. You can also just give me a minute. Manu.
Yes.
क्या हुआ मनु? इनकी वजह से आपको मार पड़ रही है। नहीं, यहाँ पे क्यों पढ़ रहे हो? उस रूम में क्यों नहीं पढ़ रहे हो? आपको यहाँ पे पागल हो क्या? मम्मी हम ट्यूशन पढ़ाते रहते, तुम मेरे माथा पे बिठाते हो, तुम्हारा दिमाग ठीक नहीं है? हम तो खिड़की पे बैठ के सोचने के सोच रहे थे। जाओ बेटा उस रूम में पढ़ो। मैडम ना मम्मी हम ट्यूशन पढ़ा रहे होते, बीच में कुछ डिस्टर्बेंस नहीं चाहिए होता। मीटिंग कर रहे हो तो नहीं नहीं बोलना है, जाओ यहाँ से अभी। नहीं बोलना है। नशा मैडम बोली थी पेरेंट्स को लेके आओ, पेरेंट तुम भी हो। गए? हाँ तो बस बात खत्म। बातें हुई। कहीं कि लड़का लोग जो है मम्मी अभी प्लीज मत बोलो ना मम्मी प्लीज। बोलो ना, बिगाड़ के काम होती है। चैटिंग करके भेजते हैं, तो कोई ऐसे नाचते रहता है, कोई ऐसे कॉपी। मम्मी हम अपना काम छोड़ दें। Really sorry, it's my son's school time. Okay.
Oh, that's fine, Deepa. No problem.
Yeah. Okay. So I was showing you that you can switch it on these things, since so you will be able to see that what are the tables which are connected. Let me just show you. Refresh it. Just make it like this. So you will be able to see what type of connection are here, which tables are created, how they are created, what type of connection. So you can see all the details over here. You can use even here there is a property thing as well. Okay, it's a live connection, so you won't be able to see that. So this is live connection. So there are three things that we can, three types I would rather say, we can connect the data sets to Power BI. And it is very simple to use live connection. I can, I have, I'll just show you. I have created one visual that you already saw on my workspace, that using this data set, I have created this one visual. Okay. Now I'll publish another visual using this. I'll just use some. Okay. So these three things I have just used, which is showing me that which all the boards are for which of the funds I'm using. It is just a very simple thing that I'm trying to show. So now what I'll do is, um, I'll just put account. Okay, this is my visual and I just want to publish it. So now using this connection, because I'm using already a data set, however this data set named as Power BI data set, it is a SSAS because it is already analyzed service. It is analyzed SQL Server Analysis Services. The data set is already modeled, analyzed. So I'm using that. Now I can publish it anywhere. So let's just, I'm just saving it anywhere, and I can publish it. Okay. So I'll publish the at the same place, or I can publish it on a different workspace. I can use I can create n number of reports on this workspace, and using this data set, and that won't be a challenge, because you are using already using a model data. So like I tell you, okay, one food that you have cooked, and already you are ordering some food which is already cooked. So this is something
Yeah.
like that. This is already a model data. You don't have to do anything on top of it. You just have to create visualization over it. So I'll use my workspace for this one. I'm using, and see, for this data, for this test, I don't have any data. See, I don't have any data set for it. For others, you can see there are data set. For risk given copy, there is a risk given data set. Yeah. But for this test, I don't have any data set. Got it?
Yes.
So this is live connection. So these three live things we have discussed. Uh, Also wanted to discuss on something on this one, selected columns. Let me just. I think we have already discussed on um, pivot and unpivot things.
Yes, we did.
We did, yeah. So
Did
let's
that.
discuss on selected columns. So
So
selected,
Deepa, this
yeah. Mm-hmm.
uh, when we just spoke about direct and
Hmm.
everything, is it covered under measures? No, right?
It's not measured. It is the
Okay.
type of ways, how many type of connection you can make with Power BI. When you
Okay.
are connecting a Power BI data source, it is already open here. Okay. So there are so many things
How can
available.
you bring? Okay. Direct connect and import
So
everything. It's a
so
different ways to bring in.
different ways to bring in data. And
Okay.
this question surely they ask in examination. You can get
Okay.
directly from these many things: Excel, CSV, JSON, folder, PDF folders, yeah,
Yeah.
XSDB. So these things are heavy used in market. Azure analysis service, SQL
So
Server.
is any of these are considered? These are all considered as import data, right?
No, when you connect over this, like when I'm trying to connect the Power BI data set, so it is already analysis service. So there is no issue on
Yeah.
that. Okay. But when I'm
Okay.
doing
Okay.
a data dynamic, because it is already analysis service, so we
Yes.
have to
Yes.
understand that. Now there's a dynamics navision. I don't have dynamics navision in my system. Dynamics nav is a CRM tool. It's a, not ERP tool. It's a navision. It's an ERP tool. I'll just show you. They ask for exposure, that you do have exposure in Microsoft Navision. Yeah. So Microsoft Navision is a business ERP tool. It helps you to uh, you store your data, store your financial data, store your sales, product, all these kinds of data. So it's an ERP, enterprise resource planning app from Microsoft. So it is already a so in this you don't have to do multiple things. You don't have to do multiple modeling. So all these things, all the tables, what kind of table one should need, some 50,000 tables are already created. So people
Right.
reuse those tables to store their data, and so that's a and there is a functionality that this tool can be on premise and can be on cloud. So these are the things that one can use on Microsoft Navision. One can so in my last company they use Microsoft Navision to store all the data. So they were
Right.
using
Right.
on premise. Some people use it on cloud. On premise is something that you are responsible for your data. If there is any hacking, if there is any data loss, so you are responsible. When the same data set is on the cloud, Microsoft Navision is also available in the cloud. So then Microsoft is responsible for the data. They will maintain the privacy, they will maintain it. But people still very less will have faith on cloud. So they keep it on premise. They as much as possible. So this is Microsoft. So when you are trying to get a data from Microsoft Navision, in that case, you can use import mode. See, this is showing you import data
Yes.
from Microsoft Navision. There is a Dynamic 365 as well. So Dynamic 365 is again a CRM tool. Uh, I would say that client resource management, how customer resource management you can say. So it is how you manage your customer. There are multiple service tickets created by customer, and the engineers at your company resolve those things. So those customer can be from inside company, like I can raise a ticket for my HR, for my tech team, or those tickets can be raised from outside company if I'm selling some product. So those data are used to be stored in Dynamic 365. There is an application from Microsoft. Again, there is a Salesforce and other CRM tools which are pre-sales tools. Pre-sales means before the sales it happens, like there are multiple lead sales cycle. You don't have any exposure to sales cycle, right?
Uh, no, Deepa.
Okay, no problem. I'll show you. So how a sales cycle goes? I think this picture is okay. Yeah, there are many company follows different sales cycles. So the usual sales cycles happens like this is not the one. I'm starting from leads. Yeah, this one. That when there is a creation of leads, qualify the leads. Okay, you get a different type of leads from the market using data mining. There are some companies also who sell the data, like we also become leads for many customers, many caller, right? Like, do you want credit card? So we are leads for them. Okay,
Yes.
so
Yes.
when we want a lead, like first of all verifying the lead, is it a right number, is it a right something, so it is a qualifying lead. Then do they want this, do they want this credit card, is this like something discover their needs, present a solution. Like if it is yes, that yes I want a credit card, then present me different solution. Okay, this is what I want, this is what offer we have, something like. Then okay fine, if I want something, then negotiate and close it. So this is how the sales cycle goes, and this can happen multiple times if you build the relationship with the customer. So this is sales cycle, a usual sales cycle, right?
Yes.
This is the usual sales cycle. This cycle, this is called uh, this is called I would say pre-sales. This is called pre-sales. The post-sales is service ticket, that and that I showed you, that it is stored on uh, some service management tool, which is the Microsoft Dynamics 365 is one of them. So those are service management tool where one person raise a ticket. Even in your company, in Tesla, there could be someone like you are resolving problem to some of certain domain. So there could be someone from your company. You have been given a tool which where you can raise your ticket and you
Yes,
use the
we
service ticket.
also, yeah, we also use something with Microsoft Enterprises also. We also use Teams for for everything communications,
Yeah.
but for tickets we have something else. Yeah.
So different companies have different ticketing tools. My company use ServiceNow. So different tools are there in the market. You and Power BI and even the Tableau also, they have provided connections directly to those. If you do not have connections directly to your the application that you are using, you can then use ODBC connection, right? So
Okay.
there you
Yes.
can write a blank query where you can use the API, or you can use ODBC connection is also there. So this connection, so you can use that. So these are different type of connection in Power BI we can use. Okay. So can
Yes.
we? It is Thursday evening for you, right?
Yes.
So can we just stop here and do a class